Have you heard the expression "Yo gordo" or "Hey panza"? So these are common expressions that people in Latin America or in China call each other. And what that means is in English is fatty. They will call each other, "Hey, fatty." But have you ever wondered why it is so common and so easy, or at least people are so at ease at calling each other such names and not be offended, yet in in America, for example, it would be a capital offense to call anyone fatty, right? It's a huge insult. So is it because, societies like Latin America or China is less humane? Or maybe something else at play? So today I'm gonna tell you what I think about this phenomenon. Okay, so why is it that it's so easy for people to be more casual and more real honest in their communication in some society and others? Um, Take the example I'll give you, fatty. Wow, whether you're describing a man or a woman is a capital offense in America. Well, is it because the word fatty is really bad? Or is it because people put judgment behind being fat? In society like Latin America, when I travel there, and also in China when I lived there, I noticed that people place less judgment on things. And because they place less judgment on things, people tend to can be more honest in their communication or more humane, what I feel, with each other. So they can, call them skinny, fat, um, all these weird names that is inconceivable in the English language. So, and because that, I think in a way, the human relationship is more close actually. It's more fluid when people are able to communicate with each other in this way without being judged. Whereas in today in Western society, especially in the US, everything has a judgment, has a meaning behind it. So that it's so hard for people to speak honestly to each other, to talk honestly to each other, or to say what they think or what they want to say. So everything they say, they have to first think, well, how would the other side perceive? And then they will either withhold their tongue or they would manipulate their expression in a way they feel that would be harmless to the other folks. I mean, it's one way to communicate. I'm not placing judgment on whether that's right or wrong. But what effect it has is that people become more distant. Or other ways to say it is that people become more fake. People become more superficial. People become more separated. So the relationship that people have in U.S., in England, or all these places, Canada, all these places of trouble, tend to be much more fragile, tend to be much more frail than places where people tend to be less politically correct, less courteous. Oddly, the countries where I visited, like Middle East, Latin America, um, Asia, where people are less polite, tend to be more personal, more intimate, and more real. So perhaps isn't those words that is causing the problem in our communication, but the judgments behind those words, and judgments that surround all of everything in our society that's causing the society to fracture. So perhaps people in Western country, North America especially, have something to learn from less polite, uh, in their mind, less liberal minded countries like Latin America, like Asia. So that's my piece for today.